Welcome back. Now, earlier in the week, the outgoing moderator of the Presby Church hit hard at politicians, revealing attempts were made by some political actors to make him shut up. Now, he alleged that a politician offered to give him $100,000 plus a house to remain silent about critical matters about the economy. Let's take a listen.
That envelope, $100,000, and also with the promises that, if you keep quiet, we will give you a house at Trazaco with swimming pool. We will give you 4-wheel drive. They have tried all means to muzzle me. They couldn't, and I tell you they can't. Sometimes when this thing comes and I see the tax that I've paid, but at the same time I said, praise be to the Lord we serve, because it's going to build our nation. Then when my tax goes, you babies with sharp teeth, you are stealing the money and you don't want us to talk. We will talk today, we will talk tomorrow. I pay tax, and some of them, they don't pay tax. I strongly believe that the quality of the church ought to determine the quality of our nation. For me, or Rev Martey, I will not keep quiet.
So that was Professor Martey. Now, earlier, he indicated, that was yesterday, he indicated that the Deputy Interior Minister also attempted to lobby him to take up a position as the chair of the National Peace Council. He also indicated that the Deputy Minister told him that some people in government, including the Interior Minister, had agreed to back him for the position. Addressing a gathering at the Abetifi Presbyterian College of Education, the outspoken cleric said he turned the offer down because he does not want any political appointment. According to him, Mr. Ogaga also asked him to convince other people who might be on the board so they could approve his nomination if he presented himself. Now, the latest claim by Professor Martey comes on the back of his allegation that some politicians attempted to buy his silence with $100,000 and, of course, a house. So we've been joined in the studios by the head of communications for the church, Presbyterian Church, Reverend George Labi. He's going to speak to us about some developments in the church and, of course, what the church makes of the comment of the outgoing moderator. Good evening, sir, and thanks for your time.
Good evening.
Now, how is the Presbyterian Church taking these comments from your outgoing moderator?
Thank you. Let me say a very good evening to your viewers and all Ghanaians who are watching TV3 at this time. And let me say that Presbyterian Church of Ghana is not worried at all, knowing the moderator, how he presents his issues as far as the governance of Ghana and politics of Ghana is concerned. So we are not worried. We are not worried.
But you can also get a sense that some political actors are worried, particularly the ruling government. There's a perception that there's a rift between the Presbyterian Church of Ghana and the government. What is your reaction to that?
Yeah, let me say that Presbyterian Church of Ghana as an institution, or the moderator, has no problem with the National Democratic Congress as a party and the government in general. And it will interest you to know that our membership as a church cuts across all the political divide. As I speak to you now, we have members of Presbyterian Church of Ghana who are in government, who are serving as ministers and deputy ministers, who are serving as chief executive officers at government institutions, go to other political parties. We also have members of Presbyterians who are also in those political parties, MPP, CPP, and others. So sometimes it's worrying when you hear other political parties bashing the chair, you belong to this, you belong to that. And for me, I mean, that's how Ghana politics is.
He during this week, he has made two key allegations. Now, one is about the house that they attempted to give him for him to shut up, and also the $100,000 that was alleged he was being forced to take to shut up. Now, yesterday too, he indicated that Deputy Minister for Interior attempted to lobby him to take up a position as the chairman of the National Peace Council. Why is he making these allegations or these revelations at this point in time?
Yeah, for yesterday once, I wasn't at ABTV. I was on other programs, so I wasn't there. I only read it, I think, on Ghana Web this evening. So I can't talk about. But
about what he said earlier in the week, why is he talking now? That is the question many people are asking. Yeah,
anybody who knows moderator, this is not the first time he's talking. He has been talking as far as governance in Ghana is concerned. You see, Eddie, sometimes moderator is a leader of one of the biggest congregations in Ghana. Okay, our membership, we have millions of members, and to him, he believes that as a leader, he cannot keep quiet as far as governance is concerned. When there's the need for him to praise, he does it. When there's the need for him to criticize, he does it. So that is moderator.
Let me cut you there. Let's go into the phone lines and speak to a political science lecturer with the University of Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, Dr. Edward Brenya. He joins us on phone now. Good evening, sir, and thanks for joining us on News at 10.
Good evening.
If you have been listening to our conversation, there are concerns about recent pronouncement about from the moderator of the Presbyterian Church. Do you have a sense of feeling that he has something against government, or this is just one of his duties as a religious leader?
Good evening, and good evening to the able listeners of TV3. And coming to the substantive question, I believe that as a religious leader, he does have a role to play in trying to shape society. But the question that you asked earlier on is that why are the pronouncements coming at this time? It looks as if, yes, we know that it's someone who would want to talk when it comes to social issues. But if you look at the type of revelation that is coming at this time, it creates some sort of question in the mind of people if they are not politically motivated. Because we heard about, even though he did not mention name, we heard about the attempted bribery, and now he's talking about him being loyal to become the chairman of Peace Council. If indeed the church is supposed to ensure that there is peace in Ghana, then I don't know whether it is a sin or it will be against the ethics of the church if the moderator should be asked to become the chairman of Peace Council, something that I believe the church believe and share with. So it is somehow questionable, the timing and the sort of revelation that is coming leaves a lot of questions to be answered, and that is where it looks like it is being politically motivated.
Do you see anything wrong with the Interior Ministry or the Deputy Minister, to be precise, to make a move to lobby him to become the chairman of the Peace Council? Some will say he is qualified in any way. So why should the moderator be worried and come out to say that government attempted to lobby him or to get him to their side?
Exactly. That is why I'm saying that it creates a lot of thoughts in the mind of people about the motivation for some of this revelation. Because I believe strongly that one of the key roles of the church is ensure some sort of peace. Churches pray. I believe every election churches come together to pray that pray that peace should prevail in the society. So if indeed, as a moderator, experience one indeed, if you are being asked to chair a council that is supposed to ensure peace, I think that it was a step in the right direction, unless, of course, the moderator has other things to add to what that tend to make him the peace council that he's not revealing to us. If we would just ask for him to say something that is national, something that is patriotic, something that will help to ensure peace in Ghana, I don't think that move would have been wrong. And as I said, maybe there is more to it that we are not understanding. I mean, we are not being informed. And I think this is where it creates a lot of questions in the mind of people about why the moderator is revealing some of these things.
Very well. Thank you very much for joining us on phone line. And let's come back into the studio. We were speaking to Dr. Edward Brenya. He is a political science lecturer at the University of Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology. Let's speak to our guest in the studio, Reverend George Labi. Now, the last question I posed to him was, why should the moderator be worried that he's been lobbied to chair the Peace Council? Indeed, he's a very experienced man.
Yeah, Eddie, I will not be in a better position to tell why the moderator is worried. Like I told you, I'm hearing this for the first time. Yesterday, I was not at Abitifi, so I will not be in a better position to ask why the moderator is worried when he was asked to chair the Peace Council.
It appears that there's some image issues, if I want to put it that way. Yeah. You might correct me later on when you make your submission, but it appears that the Presbyterian Church has image issues when it comes to your moderators and how they are outspoken. I don't know. How you being the head of communications and of course the PR for the church, how are you positioning the church for people to see you in a different light? Because as it stands, you know how the politicians are battling and also raining insults on your moderator. Yeah,
I mean, there is this perception out there that the Presbyterian Church of Ghana has a problem with the NDC government and then the NDC party. I want to put it on record that as far as the church is concerned, we do not have any problem with NDC and NDC government. I said it earlier that our membership cuts across all the political divide. For instance, recently at our General Assembly at Abitifi, which also became a big issue when the moderator, in answering to an appeal made by Nana Adodankwa Akufo-Addo that the church will partner MPP government for development in Ghana, it became a big...
What was the meaning of that?
Yeah, Eddie, the whole thing is that every year Presbyterian Church of Ghana organizes a General Assembly. The General Assembly is the higher decision-making body of the church. And this year at Abitifi, we invited His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, the President, as a special guest of honor during the opening ceremony. Unfortunately, he couldn't make it, and the Eastern Regional Minister represented him. When she came, she told the whole gathering what the NDC has been able to do, what they are intend doing, why they need another 4 years. She said all that. We also invited Nana Adodankwa Akufo-Addo on Monday. And when he came, he spoke. And during his speech, he made an appeal that when he wins and form his government, he would like to partner Presbyterian Church of Ghana to develop Ghana and to fight corruption. So in response, the moderator said, Presbyterian Church of Ghana is willing to partner your government to develop Ghana. And for me, this issue is not any big issue, because since independence, Presbyterian Church of Ghana has partnered every government when it comes to development. And as I speak to you now, Presbyterian Church of Ghana is the 10th largest provider of health services in Ghana after the state and the Catholic Church. Currently, we are opening one of the biggest health institutions at Duaya Nkwanta. Hopefully by October or November, we'll start admitting first batch of students. And let me say that that institution, the support from the First Lady and the President, the contribution they have made to the establishment of that institution is amazing. And the government in general. So PCG has partnered government after government, and we are still partnering. We are still partnering NDC government to develop Ghana. So for me, I didn't see that statement from the moderator as a big issue, but like I said earlier, politicians took it in a different context and said President Church of Ghana has pledged their support to NPP, and it became a big issue.
In short, you are not siding
Not at all.
NPP.
Eddie, how can a church
Right.
like PCG do that?
All right.
We can't do that.
We're grateful. We're grateful. So when is the new moderator taking post?
In fact, the new moderator will be inducted on 4th of December, and Professor Martey tenure ends at the last day of November this year.
All right, we're grateful. We're grateful that you joined us in the studios. Reverend George Labby is the head of communications and, of course, the PRO of the Presbyterian Church of Ghana. We're taking a very short break. When we return, we have more. Don't go away.